Today I'm back doing a simple and easy vegetable and chicken lo mein. This is similar to the video I posted last week, which was tofu and vegetable stir fry. It's a really easy dish, a takeout dish that you can make at home without all the MSG and all the preservatives, and it's really delicious. So if you guys want to see how I do this, then keep watching. So the first thing I have here is some egg noodles. And I'm just going to be using half of this pack, which is about 8 ounces. And this is a West Indian style noodles. You can also find it in any Asian grocery. You'll have to look for lo mein noodles. Or it can also be called egg noodles. And in the Caribbean, they call this chow mein noodles. So we're actually going to boil this while we're cooking the stir fry, because this has to be hot out of the pot to add to the wok. So you don't want to boil this first and let it cool down, because it's just not going to give you the nice consistency that you want for lo mein. I have 2 chicken breasts here, and you can use the bone in or you can use boneless. I'm using the bone in, and I just have a couple pieces where I have some of the bone, but the majority of the chicken is boneless. So I'm gonna show you how I season this just now, and I'm just using a little bit because when we combine all these ingredients, the dish is gonna come up to a lot, so you don't want to add too much of one thing. So over here I also have a whole head of minced garlic, and I love a lot of garlic in my lo mein and my veggies because garlic is extremely healthy for you, so I would say go with more garlic. I also have a small piece of ginger that I grated finely. If you are not a ginger person but you still want like the subtle ginger flavor, you can just cut it into slices and you can add it to the oil, and when it's done cooking you can just fish it out of the pot. I have also a half of a hot pepper, and this pepper is extremely hot, so that's why I used half, but you can use any type of mild pepper that you want if you don't want it too spicy. And I have about 2 stalks of broccoli. I love a lot of broccoli in my lo mein. Over here I have a few mushrooms that I just sliced. These are button mushrooms. You can also use dry fungus or any type of mushrooms that you want to put into this. I have a whole carrot here that I just julienned or cut into thin slices. I have some chayote or christophen as we call it back home. This is also julienned. I have 1 yellow onion that I also cut into thin slices. And I have a can of water chestnuts. And I love to use water chestnuts in my lo mein. Even though it has no flavor, it really absorbs whatever flavor that you add to it. So it's such a perfect ingredient to add to lo mein. I also have here some snow peas. I have some celery that I chopped into big pieces, and I have about 2 stalks of chives or scallion that we're gonna garnish the dish with when it's finished. And I'm not saying that you have to use every single ingredient I have here. Lo mein is an extremely versatile dish. You can add whatever type of ingredients that you have in your fridge. You can just throw in whatever you want in there. You don't have to add all these things. You can just add carrots and onion and broccoli, and that's it. And it'll still taste fantastic. So don't go exactly by my recipe and go out and say you have to get everything that I used. You can use whatever you like and whatever you have on hand to put into this dish. You'll obviously need some salt, some black pepper to season the chicken, and I have some mushroom soy sauce here. It's dark soy sauce, and I also have some regular soy sauce, and this is just 2 teaspoons of each. And over here I have 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce and 1.5 teaspoons of hoisin sauce, and I just have some hot sesame oil. So now I'm just going to show you how I season the chicken. So to my chicken, I'm starting off by adding about 1 teaspoon of the mushroom soy sauce. I'm also just gonna add a generous amount of black pepper, a very tiny dash of salt, and you just want to mix it. You can also add a little bit of green seasoning to this if you would like. It would really take this dish back to Trini. And as you can see, I have my chicken pieces sliced into thin, nice, small pieces. So that's how you would want to cut it. But if you want to do cubes, you can also do it like that as well. So once that's mixed, you want to let it marinate for about an hour if you have the time. Or you can go ahead and start preparing your dish right away. To your wok on medium-high heat, you want to add in about a tablespoon of canola oil. And make sure that the bottom of the wok is coated with the oil. And woks heat up pretty fast. So I'm sure it's ready, but I'm just going to test it with a little piece of chicken. So it's hot and I'm gonna add all the chicken pieces to it. So you're gonna let this cook for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's fully cooked, and then we'll set it aside. So the chicken has been cooking for about 6 minutes and it's just about ready now. It's fully cooked. So I'm just gonna set it aside and try not to get that liquid that has been released by the chicken, because we don't want too much liquid in our stir fry. And if you do want to add the liquid to the stir fry, you can also add a little bit of cornstarch just to thicken it up. So I have my water boiling here, and I've added some salt to this. And now I'm gonna add my 8 ounces of chow mein. So you want to add it in once the water is boiling already. So let this boil for about 4 to 5 minutes, and now we're gonna work on the stir fry. So by the time this is done, the stir fry should be done and we can add it to that. What you want to also do is just add a little bit of oil to it, just so that it doesn't stick together or that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. So before we even start preparing the stir fry, what you want to do is make your sauce so that when it's nearly done, you don't have to add everything separately. You want everything to combine together. So I'm gonna add the soy sauce, hoisin sauce and oyster sauce. I forgot to mention you'll need a little sugar, about half a teaspoon, and you'll need a little bit of cornstarch. You'll need about half of a teaspoon. So you just want to mix that. And I'm gonna add just about a tablespoon of water to this. So my wok is still nice and oiled, and what I'm gonna do is just add a little more oil just to coat the bottom of the pan. So once that's hot, you want to go ahead and add your pepper, the ginger, and the garlic. And just let that saute for about a minute. So once it has a light fry to it, you want to go ahead and add your broccoli. And we're gonna add all the things that take longer to cook. We're gonna add that first and let it cook longer. So the broccoli is gonna cook for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. And I'm just gonna add just a dash of water just to steam it down and to help it cook. After the broccoli is nice and tender and has been cooking for about 1.5 minutes, you want to go ahead and add your carrots along with the chayote or christophen, the mushrooms, the water chestnut, and the onions. Give that a nice stir. And let it cook for about 1 minute. So this has been cooking for about 1 minute. Now you want to add in your smokies and the celery. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I just chopped up about 3 cilantro or shadow benny or bandana leaves, and I'm gonna add it to this as well. This is just gonna give it a really nice Trini flavor. So it's been another minute. Now you want to add the chicken. So just mix the chicken into the veggies. And my noodles are just finished, so I'm gonna just strain it and bring it over here. You want to take it right out of the boiling water and add it to your vegetables and your chicken. Now give it a good mix. Now you want to go ahead and add your sauce. And if you want to add a little pinch of salt at this point, you can do so as well. But soy sauce tends to be salty, so you don't really need to add salt. So once everything's mixed and you adjust it for salt, you want to go ahead and just turn it off. At this point, you also want to add your sesame oil. Just drizzle a bit over there. And just give it another mix just to coat everything. Now you just want to add your scallion or chive at the top, and it's done. So I hope you guys enjoyed my simple and easy chicken and vegetable lo mein. I hope it's easy and I hope it tastes really good if you try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel to see all the latest videos as soon as I post them. And I hope you guys join me again in my next video. And I hope to see you all soon again. Bye!